Hey guys, welcome back to Two Awesome Men. Marquez at work, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to do this trailer reaction solo. And we don't really plan on doing a lot of these trailer reactions, unless y'all like them, obviously. But this movie is a movie that I've been waiting for a long time since I was a little kid. But I'll talk about that a little bit after I watch the trailer. So let's go ahead and get into it.
This is our only chance. We have to take it.
So they have captured Kong.
We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one who
So,
communicate with.
I guess Kong is gonna be the protagonist.
I knew that they
It
had
seems.
a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same. It's Godzilla.
Yes, we finally got to see that punch.
These are dangerous times.
Dang, I like the color.
People, and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war, and they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
All right. Well, let me go back to the main set and I'll discuss my thoughts on this in just a second. Hey guys, I'm back. I just watched the trailer one more time before I record this part just to gather my thoughts. And man, I am super excited for this movie. This is honestly a movie I've been waiting for since I was a little kid. I used to watch the 60s version just over and over again. This is a Blu-ray, obviously, but I do have it on VHS. It's just at my parents' house. I don't have it here with me. But I used to watch it on VHS over and over again. I didn't really watch the story, obviously, because I was a little kid. I just watched the fight scenes just over and over again. So it is exciting that they're remaking it. And for the longest time, I wondered why they hadn't remade this movie, considering we have such better special effects now. They could have made it really epic and really awesome. So I'm just really excited that they're finally doing that. It's going to be interesting to see why Kong and Godzilla are fighting in the first place, considering they're both good guys in their movies. But it does seem like there's something going on in the background that we don't know yet, obviously. I mean, the Godzilla King of the Monsters characters said something about Godzilla's attacking people and they don't know why. And something must have provoked them or something. So maybe it's something to do with Jonah, who is the antagonist of King of the Monsters, or maybe something that the Kong's team, which it seems like he has like his own little human team that's on his side. Maybe they're doing something. Who knows? We'll just have to wait for the movie to figure that out. But it does seem like it's going to be a misunderstanding, the fights between Godzilla and King Kong, which it seems weird to talk about a misunderstanding between two giant monsters. But it does seem like they're fighting each other for the wrong reasons, and they're gonna eventually team up at the end of the movie to fight even bigger threat, whether it be Mega King Ghidorah, which they kind of teased at the end of King of the Monsters, or Mecha Godzilla, or some other character completely. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But they have been setting up that one will fall. I think it's even on the poster, the tagline on the poster. But I don't really believe that. I think they are going to team up at the end. But if one of them does fall, I I have seen theories for kind of both sides, and it does make the most sense that if one of them is going to lose, it's going to be Godzilla. Considering King Kong has only had one movie in this universe and Godzilla has had two so far. And they've already set up that Godzilla has been around on Earth for several million years, or I can't remember how long, but he's pretty much an ancient being. So there's a lot of things you can do with prequels and different stories you can do with that. Whereas King Kong, even the Kong movie that was set in the 70s, it was already said that he was really young and still growing. So there's not much you can do with him with the prequels. Plus, it would make kind of sense because they haven't really mentioned him as King Kong yet in the movies, at least not in the titles. It's always just Kong. So it would make sense that if he defeated Godzilla, King of the Monsters, then he would officially become King Kong. So it'd be kind of a cool little thing if they did it that way. And then there's a whole Batman vs. Superman kind of concept where one of them is way overpowered than the other, which in this case with Kong and Godzilla, it's not as unbalanced as Superman and Batman, but it is the same concept where it wouldn't be as interesting if Superman just won and beat Batman. It would be a lot more interesting if Batman found a way to beat Superman. Same here with King Kong and Godzilla. Godzilla obviously has a lot more powers and is a little more powered than King Kong. But King Kong does have smarts. He does have the strength. So it would be a little more interesting to see him figure out a way to beat Godzilla, which they have shown that he makes an axe out of one of Godzilla's spikes in his back, which is going to be very interesting to watch. I don't know if they're going to actually show him making that or if he's just going to have it. I'm sure they're going to show him making it, but it's going to be pretty brutal. And I'm ripping off one of Godzilla's spikes from his back. So it's going to be really, really awesome. And it is kind of interesting considering King Kong seems to have been captured. Well, seems to have. He was captured. I mean, he was obviously on that ship in chains. So the humans found a way to capture King Kong. So it's going to be interesting to see that whole story and why they captured on him. And to see what the serum on the chain on his neck is. It is kind of interesting because I think in the old version, the 60s version, the humans also captured King Kong to fight Godzilla. Obviously, like I said, I didn't really watch it for the story because I was a little kid. I just wanted to see the action. But I think I do remember them bringing King Kong on like balloons or something. It was kind of silly, but them bringing him on giant balloons over to where Godzilla was. So it does seem like they're kind of following that kind of storyline in this movie too. So that is pretty cool to see. And just to close off this video, it's just I'm so excited that we finally got a full trailer for this. If you haven't really been keeping up with this, this movie was supposed to come out last year, like May, I think, which even before that, I think it was supposed to come out before that, but it got pushed back even before the pandemic happened, just reshoots and all that. It was pushed back to May of last year, I think 2020. And then because of the pandemic, obviously, it was pushed back. I think it was pushed to like November. And then as November came up and the pandemic still wasn't going away, it was pushed back even more to 2021. And it was going to come out later this year, like I think late this year. But then just like last week, I think they announced that it's going to come out to theaters and HBO Max in March. And to be getting in just 2 short months is really exciting for me. And I know I've said exciting a lot in this video, but it is extremely exciting for me that this movie is actually finally coming out. But then going back to this release schedule and what happened with it. So after it was pushed back to this year, over the past year or so, we've only had maybe 4 seconds of footage. They've released like 2 teasers, and each of those teasers were like only 2 seconds long. And one of them was that punch. That's why I was excited to finally see the punch in full, like longer than 2 seconds, because the 2 seconds footage only just showed the impact like really quickly. So it was cool to finally see all that in like 2.5 minutes worth. I don't know how long this trailer was, but it was nice to see it all put together. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about this trailer. If there's another trailer, I might do another trailer reaction. Like I said, we don't really plan on doing that many of these trailer reactions unless y'all like them. It's just something. This is just a movie that I really am really excited for. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, consider liking and subscribing. And we have social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All at Two Awesome Men. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and you will see us later.